Gus is over here supervising the park spin. It's a good boy. Good job, buddy. You guys a little bit of a better view. It's hard to film a black bike getting work done, so I threw some light on it. And I couldn't help but think, wow man, that is good looking. I gotta make a little clip about that. Had to make my buddy a little more comfortable. It's hot in this garage, so we turned on our little portable swamp cooler that's in the window over there. Oh yeah, that's the stuff, man. So this little plastic cover under here has to go. I'm sure you've seen it in some other videos. I have. There's these little push pins. There's one there, one there, one there, and then there's a couple on the inside too. Right here, if you can see that. And we'll pop this little dude off. Folks are saying the easiest and best way to remove it is with a razor blade. I prefer my razor blades very rusty so that when you cut yourself, which is inevitable, you get a tetanus shot, right? Then you get to go to the doctor, meet some new people, it's all worth it. Try to get you a good shot of popping into just one of these guys. I think we need a real tool. This is a real tool. It's meant to pop off, not this particular one, but oh, that's so much nicer. Come on with that. Let's try this. Alright, well, it's going to be rusty, just to get them to pop out a little. And then I'm going to come back with my tool. And this is just a popper. A very inexpensive little gizmo. These are, of course, bouncing all over my garage. But I'll find them, don't worry. We'll do a count. This other sneaky little fella in here. Try to get underneath them and just pop them out. Oh, I broke that one. Oh no, what will I do? Nah, I don't give a shit. One of the nice things about this bike is it's very light. So just flip it around for you here. Come on now. Oh. Let's get them all popped loose. Then we'll come back with our little tool. Well, maybe. There you go. I'm scratching things. Oh God. It's the worst day of my life. Just kidding. Oh, this is the way to do it, guys. Alright, we're going for this guy here. This is the one I broke on the other side. Let's try not to break it again. I'm sure these cost $11,000. Just kidding. No way they're that cheap. Mother. This is the problem. This one's just tighter. There we go. I'm doing my best to watch my mouth. I'm doing it for you people, alright? Normally I'm not this polite. I'm going to take off this little, I'd call it a brake light, but it's not. It's just a light. Let's call it a tail light, because it's on the tail. Sound like a plan? Wish it was a brake light. It'd be cool. Be flashing it all the time. Just riding around flashing my brake light like a boss. I took the brake light off the bracket for two reasons. One, I just like removing 5/16 bolts. They're my favorite. They're very small. I remember when I was 5 and when I was 16, they were both good years. And we're gonna, that didn't happen, you didn't see that. But we are gonna need to access those and these little rivets on the rear fender in order to put in our little mud flaps. So they had to come off anyway. Okay, so these little dudes are actually rivets. So, we need to take out the rivet itself. So I have this tool. It's Captain Hook. I just came up with that just now for you. Just let me pop it out just a little bit. But do you see that guy? Do you see how he's popped out now? You see this thing? Whoop. That's how they look inside. I find Captain Hook to be a very useful tool, both in life, and on the pirate ship. Because you know, Captain Hook. I don't know. I'm getting bored over here. Oh. There we go. Got my little panel popper here. Let's stick him behind that guy and get him to loosen up a bit. Alright, we're back over here on the driver's side of our bike. You know, you can't say left and right. That'd be lame. Come on, Captain Hook, don't fail me now. There you go. There you go. Did you see how well that worked? If I knew how to edit videos, which, you know, you can tell I probably don't, I'd do that in slow-mo for you. And I'd play some brown chicken, brown cow music while I do it. Brown chicken, brown cow. Oh yeah, that's working like I don't know, something. It's working. Well, let's try the razor blade. Old Rusty. Get a shot at him. This is why this one broke. It's too. Ah! Loosened it. Oh, you sneaky bastard. Little panel, dude. Get a little looser. Pull this whole dude out. Come on, you know you want out of here. Oh man, thing's falling out in your face. Just showing you what's going on here to keep my boy cool. There he is. Getting a little fan action just for Goose. All those rivets out. Give him a little tug. Oh man, that is very dirty inside. Oh, it's so embarrassing. Don't tell my mother. Alright, now we just gotta pop off these. And there's a couple more in there. I'll show you a different angle. That's your spring, just to show you some perspective. And that's the tray that's holding on the seat. These are 10 millimeters. And they're torqued to, like, I don't know, 1.5? They feel like they're not doing a jack shiz. You'll get the idea. I don't think I'll force you to watch me spin these all the way off. Just know they're barely on. I'll take off these front ones. They have little locking nuts on them. My favorite kind of nuts. Actually, I don't know. I might like cashews better than locking nuts. But they're adorable. There's a washer. So when you drop this, you get to search for the washer and the nut. That's nice. I'm not convinced that you need the cover, other than it's cosmetically sexy and it gives it a place to hang the brake light from. Brake light, see what I did there? Tail light. And now for the big reveal. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, I thought it would come off easy. Come on, don't be a bitch. Alright, it didn't work. Okay, now, so this lifts up nice and easy, but this guy, you kind of have to pull it back and then pull him off. And then you got yourself a naked no seat situation. I think you could argue that this would be more comfortable than riding it with the seat. Gus, do you agree, buddy? Gus, you still with us? He's breathing, that's a good sign. So let me show you this part on Gus's butt. He doesn't mind. This isn't animal cruelty. Don't bother me, hippies. Anyways, so this little fender is attached right here, those little hooks. There's a little clip there, so we gotta push down and slide him forward. So in my case, I don't need to do this because I'm not keeping the stock seat because it kicks my ass so badly. But anyway, so I'll push that down, but you can see how to remove it. I might as well keep it separated. It'll store a little easier for when I inevitably give this to my kid. Alright, buddy. That's how you take it apart. And this is the new seat from Luna. As you can see, we are advertising for free. That's how we do. I paid for this. I mean, what's wrong with me? They do wrap it in plastic, I think for your protection, because otherwise it'll get you pregnant. You don't want that. I don't think you do. You know, to each their own. But anyway, same seat bottom, so different fender though. So this little fender, I got it on the Amazon. I think it was 40 bucks. And I'm discovering now that it really wasn't made for this bike. But it works because they, riveted a little bracket onto here. You see that little bracket? So you just slide it on there. It sits all loosey-goosey until we bolt the seat down. So anyway, let's make that happen. And I have no idea why they included these, you know, this hardware. It's sort of ridiculous in my perspective, but neither here nor there. It should still work and keep the mud out of your butt crack, which everybody wants. Okay, to fit the new Fender, first you put the seat on. I know this is astonishing news. Put the seat on, then you take your new Fender, thusly, because that's how we do. Stick it under there and then put your screws on. I'll show you that in a minute. That's just finger tight. And I'll do the same, but this time to hold the Fender on. Started. These guys up. I for sure made them tighter than they were from the factory. So that's the new look. Still have the Sur Ron wrap on the old Fender there. I think it looks alright. Obviously, the seat is taller than the tank, which is a first for me on anything I've ever ridden, but hopefully that means a squishy for the tushy. I just sat on it and bounced around a little bit. I'll say it feels better than the stock seat, but time will tell. It's like on mile 5 that the stock seat started to make my tailbone feel like I was in prison and I was its B word. Okay, because of the way this new Fender mounts, it's actually underneath the seat instead of, or you know, underneath the bracket that's, you know, the seat support on the bike. It's added thickness that's making it so this third hole for the seat won't quite fit. So what I'm gonna do is mark on the piece. I'm gonna scratch it on purpose because scratches are easy to spot. On this little cover here, see my scratch there, and then I'm going to cut off, you know, about the thickness of this fender. So I'm just going to come in here and slice this bit off here all the way around to make it fit. Now there's a whole slurry of tools you could use to cut this, but it is just plastic, and who cares if you screw it up? It's underneath your seat. So I'm using some good old-fashioned metal shears just to cut away a little bit of it. You can see that? I'm not going crazy here. Doesn't need to be amazing or anything. But you get the idea of what I'm trying to achieve here, which is just to remove a little bit of that thickness to make it so that rivet can go back into place. So there you go. That's all I'm going to do. Okay then, and because I'm anal, I'll take my sander here. Gus did not like that noise. Look at him. He's like, man, you woke me up. Hate that. It was rude. It wasn't worth it. Go back to bed. Okay then, now that we've clearanced it with this little clearancey cut, we're going to go through and put all of those rivets in place, but just barely in place, so they're not going all the way through. Do you see this? I don't know, it's hard to see in the dark, but the rivet's sticking out over here. So we're going to do that to all of the different rivet points. Remember, these go inside out on this guy, but all of these are outside in. Let's get going. This is a quick shot of just all the rivets kind of sitting there ready to go in. Just makes it a little easier than trying to fish them under the edge of the seat. Alright, and try not to forget your tail light, because it has to kind of loop through. Easy to forget it. I did the first time. Don't judge me. There it goes. Oh, it's so happy now. I just feel around in there. Oh, that feels good to me. Oh yeah. Oh, how you doing? That one went in. I don't know if the taillight's in your way, but you can see it's in there. Try to get to where you can see it. Oh, I thought that would go in nice and easy for you. Well, there it is. Okay, trying to give you another shot of that pin going in so you can feel it. Oh, see, that's not it. There it is. Nice and sweet and sassy. But there is a feel to it, so you gotta kinda wiggle this guy around until you feel it ready to slip in. There you go. Oh, there's so many analogies here that I can't make. I don't want to get in trouble on the tube U. Next part is just taking the pin, little caps in each of the rivets, and pressing them in. And they should pop like that. I don't know if you heard that, but hopefully you did. I will say I think it would be amazing if every new seat you ordered came with a new set of these pins, because they are very easy to break and easy to lose. And I am going to use my broken pin because what choice did I have? I broke it. I gotta use it now. You get the idea. Now we're going to put this bracket back on, which I think technically we could have left on. Because it is only attached to this plastic piece, it's not actually screwed to the seat. Come on now. Very nice for me. There you go. So now we can attach that little mud flap, which is another new part. Here's the little mud flap thing I ordered. You'll see that it's got like a flat side and a shiny side. I'm going shiny side towards the tire. Alright, so let's take this guy and put him back into the bracket. And let's hang this from that. And we'll take their washers that were included with their kit. Just going to put them smooth side towards the rubber. Put on our first bolt. What could go wrong, really? Sorry about bumping the camera there. It happens. Close quarters, man. Let's get good old 5/16 over here. Increase your light. Remember, these were on, but just barely. So all we're doing is clamping that little rubber guy between the washer and the bracket. We're going to attach the bottom of the mud guard. So we're going to remove this little cap nut here, which is also 5/16, and they provided an Allen wrench in this kit to remove this little brake line clamp. So we'll pull that off and we'll stick it underneath it. Pop this little cap nut off. There is a washer underneath it. So I'm just going to take this guy, push him down over both of those, him back in. Yeesh. Settle down over here. Okay, got that. There you go. New mud flap. Squishy, squishy. There you go. A few upgrades to the back half of the bike here. We still got more to do. Got to do our brakes. We got to do the gearing change with a new chain, and I got an X-ring chain. I've got a little to do on the front end still. Obviously brake pads, raising the bars, putting some mirrors on, and centering the display. More to come. Gus says, thanks for watching. Well, he really doesn't talk actually, but that would be pretty cool if he could. I'm sure he would say, stop bothering me over here. I'm sleeping. I got my little fan blowing on me. I've never been happier.